Okay, so we got a bunch of new updates here, but I want to make a point, which is Tag Team Arena update. Okay, look at this. We've expanded the tiers and increased the player limit with the number of promotion demotions places. It will now be easier to ride through the tiers and reach the higher echelons of Tag Team Arena play. Then they break down what they did, which is basically increase the sizing of it. Here's my point. Why does it take a year to do this? I don't understand why there's this repetitive nature. Actually, I do understand. I'm going to break down why I think it is. This nature where they'll release new content. It will be terrible, buggy, full of issues, full of like, this isn't balanced. Then slowly throughout the next 12 months, they'll fix it. Why? Why was this not done immediately? I don't understand. This is something that's like, what, you had to increase the amount of people in the bronze tier? It took this long to figure this out? No, Tag Team Arena has been dead for a while. People don't do it. It's not fun. What are we focusing on? More Fragment events? I feel like this whole game has now been broken down to the point of it's do your dailies and then work on the Fragment fusion. Do your dailies, work on the Fragment fusion. It's a 10x, not for the one you want, save for the 2x. Oh, you can't do the 2x anyway because you're working on the Fragment fusion. It's Wait Shadow Legends. J-Gigs was right, and it's really frustrating for me that the focus is always on these goddamn Fragment fusions, events, and tournaments, which are basically spending events, okay? And then it takes like a year to fix something as stupid as the Tag Team Arena, which they already have the data to prove that no one wants to play. So I've come to this conclusion. The only thing they're focused on is continuing the spending of spenders. And in order to do that, they have to continue to drain the resources from people. In order to do that, they constantly have to have a new event. In order to do a new event, the one thing they're good at is pumping out new heroes. So the new events that they can do have to be related to new heroes. And the best way to milk you for resources is by fragments. That way it's, did you get lucky and pull the heroes you need for the Fragment fusion? It's no, you're pot committed. You have 80 out of the fragments and now you're panicked to finish it. You've already spent the resources. It's a pot committed fallacy. They know that and they're playing into that hand. I don't have a problem with having Fragment fusions. I have a problem where it seems like there is always a Fragment fusion going on. There is no downtime. In these other games I've played, downtime is a crucial part of the gameplay cycle where you get to relax, breathe, play the game, save some resources for the next big event that's coming, and it allows you also to hyper-focus on other parts of the game. I don't think they want you to hyper-focus on other parts of the game, because then you're going to realize stuff like Tag Team Arena is actually really busted, or like Arena's really busted, like they've been trying to fix for literally forever, right? If it's either busted for Platinum, where it suffers for the Platinum Arena people, or it's busted for the people in Gold. They can't balance it, and I don't know if they're ever going to be able to balance it. And instead what we're doing is we're focusing on all these new fusion updates that come out. We put out guides about, here's the new legendary champion. Is he any good? Where will he be good at? He's a relentless provoker. It looks great. Don't forget to do the summon rush for 20 fragments, by the way. It would be nice, 1, to have a break. 2, to have some legendary champion releases for people that do not involve Fragment fusions. Yes, I understand the Ninja and Simple promo were a thing. Yes, I would like to see more of those type of things. I also don't believe that this is the only brain power they have over there in the company. There has got to be other ways that this company can figure out to release a hero that people can grind and get it. Why can't it be like an event that comes out where it's like, you know what? This guy is really hungry for stun gear. Farm 20 pieces of 5-star legendary stun gear and get the champion with it. Why can't there be something like that? Why does it always have to be do one of every literal event? So if you don't have one resources saved either for your silver, or you don't have the energy, or you don't have to have the shards, congratulations, now you have to purchase the pack for that one thing you're missing. It's frustrating for me because I can see the logic in it where all you do is milk these Fragment fusions over and over. And I really feel like it's becoming Raid Fragment Legend. Like, I really do. I feel like this is where all our brain power is going now. Fusion after fusion after fusion. And what happened to the OG fusions? I mean, back in the day, we got a new permanent fusion with rosin when a big mistake was made. You think they haven't made another big mistake? They have. It would be nice to have another great permanent fusion. If you look at the way these fusions work, it'd be nice to have some more epic fusions, okay? It would be nice to have any of the fusions that we can save and prepare for, the ones that take epic champions that you might just already have in your vault. It would be nice if not everything was super greedy literally all of the time. Now, I understand maybe fragment fusions are going to be, this is just the new default. This is just what they do. They've decided this is it. Maybe some people believe fragment fusions are better for free to play, and so be it. We can make that argument. My point is it's boring. And my point is this is all we do. And my point is you miss one event, you're basically screwed unless you literally win tournaments of the other events. And my point being, if you don't have the summoning shards, you're doubly screwed. And my point being, why can't we come up with any other kind of event? My point being, in other games, there's different events for literally every legendary launch. That part is extremely frustrating to me. On top of it, maybe if we had a fragment summon event that at the end of it says, look, if you don't want to do the fragment summon, we'll do a 50-50 boost where 50% of the time legendaries you get out of the sacred for one day or something like that will have this legendary in it. So if you want, you can go gambling to get it. Literally anything other than just farming fragments over and over and over again, because you're going to get people to lose interest, like me. There's plenty of, look, prove me wrong. Leave it in the comments down below. Are you losing interest in fragment fusions? Do you find yourself not wanting to do fragment fusions? Do you find yourself thinking it's frustrating knowing during this entire length of time, if I have something where I can't log on for a few days, all of my work is gone? Is that frustrating to you? Because it feels frustrating to me. And then when we have fragment fusion cells, where it's like, okay, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to sell these mega cells. They don't even do them for all the heroes. So maybe you have Under Priest Brogni that's like 95 fragments or something that they're not selling fragments for. You don't even get to choose. And then it's literally you have to pay real cash in order to get the fragments. There's no catch-up mechanic in the game. The token trader has been sitting here unupdated forever. Why can't we make some of the duplicate legendaries sell universal fragments? Anything else? And I don't think that that's big of an ask. You get some bad legendaries, you turn them into fragments for something you weren't able to complete, helps you bypass a summoning event or something like that. The only reason you won't want to do that is because you really, really don't want to take away from the monetization of the fragment fusions. And I'm starting to believe that the fragment fusions are such a huge part of their monetization. That's why they're hyper-focused on it all the time. It's a little bit of me just complaining for a few minutes. Granted, a little bit of a classic DM rant day, but this one's really kind of ticking me off today because it's like, I want to log in and play Raid, but the only thing to do is the fragment fusion again. I could make my account great. I could go back. I could one key everything, blah, blah, blah. I could work in Hydra. I could do all these things, okay? But if I want to do the recent current event, it's a fragment fusion every single time. Recent current event in the game, fragment fusion. Old time player, hey, you want to log back in for this fragment fusion? No, he does not. He does not want to log back in for a fragment fusion. Can you give it something exciting? The Ninja promo was the closest thing we've had to like some big excitement lately. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. I could be way off. I mean, I'm willing to accept that I could be way off. A lot of you guys could love these fragment fusions. Maybe they're super free to play friendly for you guys. Maybe you find that they're better. Maybe Kitty's complaining against me right now because she likes the fragment fusions instead of just wanting to go outside. I don't know. But for me, it's not exciting. It's not a reason to play the game. And that's where I'm coming from.